So we are going to be reviewing parts of speech. We're going to start with basic parts of speech and go from there. So the first one is noun. So remember I told you guys this before. A noun is something you guys learned as being a person, place, thing, or idea. Now we've kind of evolved from there and determined it can be either common or it can be proper, it can be singular, it can be plural. So that's the basic parts for a noun. The next one is a verb. Okay, so a verb is an action that you do. Okay, that's the basic part of a verb that we learned. And then as we continued through the school year, we learned that a verb can be many things. It can be an action verb, like swim, dance, travel. Those are the ones that we are easily able to identify. And then we learned it could be a helping verb, such as may, be, am, was, did. And then we also learned that a verb can be a linking verb, meaning words like be, is, am, were, was, and are. So some of those are not words we would typically think of as verbs, but in reality, they are verbs. All right, the next one is an adverb. And we've kind of talked about this, how it describes a verb. An adverb, one that we're very familiar with, are the words that determine how something is done. So an adverb would be like quietly, loudly, all those words where we add an ly at the ending of it. However, an adverb can also determine when something is happening or where something is happening. Those would be words like later, never, outside, everywhere. Those are also considered adverbs. Okay. All right. Moving on to an adjective. So we know an adjective's main job is to describe a noun. An adjective can be many different things. There are 4 categories that we have gone over. An adjective can be color. So it could say something is light, something is dark, bright, blue, green, purple, pink. It can talk about the size of an object, so large or small. Also the shape. So shape and size are actually 2 different categories for an adjective. Shape is meaning more like square, round, rectangular, okay? And then we have texture. Texture would be things like slimy or bumpy or slippery. So we have noun, we have verb, adverb, and we have adjective. So we're going to move on to 4 more. Okay. Now we have conjunctions. So we talked about conjunctions when we were talking about compound and complex sentences. So conjunctions are basically words that are used to join words, phrases, and sentences. Okay. So if it is a coordinating conjunction, okay, coordinating conjunctions are going to be those that make up fanboys. So remember, fanboys is made up of for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. In order for it to be if it has a coordinating conjunction, it will make a compound sentence if everything before the conjunction and everything after the conjunction is a complete sentence on its own. Okay? If it's not, then it's just a simple sentence. So, for example, Tom and Mary played in the park. Okay, so I have that and, it's a conjunction from fanboys, but Tom by itself is not a complete sentence, meaning my sentence is not compound. It would be a simple sentence. Okay, and the next type of conjunction that we have is subordinating. Okay, so these are some of the subordinating conjunctions, and they make on a white bus. So that was our way of remembering them. So for or, we have only if. For n, we have now that. A is although. W is whenever. It could also be while. I, we have in case. Oh, I skipped the H. H is however. I in case. T, though. E, even if. B, we have before. U, we have until. And S, we have since. Okay, so those are our conjunctions. All right, moving on to the articles. So articles we talked about, these are words that come before a noun, such as a and the. They fit into two categories, and we talked about this as well. We have definite, which is, it refers to a specific person, place, or thing, such as the word the. So the book, the bag, the girl. We're talking about a specific person, place, or thing. And then we have indefinite. This can be any person, place, or thing. So an example would be, bring me a book. That means I don't care which book, just a book. Okay? Whereas if I say, bring me the book you are reading, I'm requesting a specific book. Okay? All right, so let's move on to pronouns. Okay. Pronouns are words that take a place of a noun. So for example, if we have female, let's say Mary, we could replace Mary with her, she, or hers. And if we have a male, such as Tom, we could replace Tom with he, him, and his. If we were to have a group, such as children, we would replace children with they, them, or theirs. If we have an animal or an object, such as dog or pencil, we would replace those with it or its. Okay? And we are going to be going over specific types of pronouns in another video. The last one we're going to discuss is preposition. So a preposition is going to connect a noun or a pronoun to the rest of the sentence. Prepositions can tell you the location, they can tell you time or direction of something. So for example, the flower is growing next to the tree. Well, the word next to would be our preposition because it's telling us the location. If I were to say, I am going to eat snacks during the movie. Well, the word during is telling me the time that something's going to happen. It's connecting one part of my sentence to the rest of it. Okay, so that is it for our parts of speech review. We will be going over specific types of pronouns next.